Hi, for those of you I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet, my name's David Peak, and I'm actually your Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education. Today I have some really important information to share with you, so I hope you'll spend a few minutes and give me your attention. We're going to start by watching a video together from our friends at the Sandy Hook Promise.
Got some news today from the radio man. He spoke the words somber and as softly as he can. The world stood still and the sky opened up. I made my way to fill up my coffee cup. Then it occurred to me as the daylight sky shone blue, today's the day that Johnny met June. He waited a while, he knew that he would. He was gonna hang around here for as long as he could. The days went by, and hours idle passed. He was never sure just how long he would last. But there's not much love in a lonely room. Today's the day that Johnny met June.
Have a good summer.
You too.
Thanks.
Hey, you must be bored.
No way.
This is the guy that I was running to in the library.
You're kind of
Yeah.
guilty.
Oh my God.
So you like to write on desks?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now we're starting over, it's the place that we are. You look more pretty underneath all the stars. Love is a burning thing. Oh, how I still love to hear you sing. Oh, and everything we ever heard about heaven is true. Today's the day that Johnny met June. Today's the day that Johnny met June.
So I know that video may be difficult to watch, but the truth is it has some really valuable information in it. And actually, when you think about it, it has a very hopeful message, and that is, this type of violence is largely preventable. We now have some information available to us that makes it clear that most people who commit these acts of violence provide observable warning signs. And if we're paying attention and know what to do, nearly all of these can be prevented. We have consistently tried to send the message for you to see something and then say something, but we think it's time to give you more information about how to do that effectively and appropriately. Here's an acronym we think will help. C-A-R-E, CARE, and it stands for Community, Awareness, Responsiveness, and Engagement. First, it's important to realize that this is not a school issue alone. Violence is a community issue. Schools are one area of concern. But in 2017 and 2018, we were more likely to encounter a mass attack in a place of business than in a school. Now, don't get me wrong, statistically, the chance of being in any type of large-scale act of violence is incredibly low, but the risk exists, and so we all need to be not only aware at school, but we have to be aware in the community. Next, let's talk about the awareness component. See something, say something is great advice, but what things should you be aware of as potential warning signs? Obviously, if someone makes a direct threat to another person or group of people, well, that needs to be reported. The other signs are more like the pieces of a puzzle. Is this a person who seems to be prone to engaging in violence? Has this person communicated directly or on social media about anything with violent intent? Do they have access to weapons? Does he or she appear to be planning a violent act? Do they talk about practicing attack scenarios with weapons? Is this a person who appears to isolate with few friends or with only friends that are prone to violent actions as well? Has this person recently experienced loss, hopelessness, or desperation? In any case, these things may need to be reported just to be safe. We all need to increase our awareness of the community around us. So once you're aware, then what do? That's where responsiveness comes into play. We've asked you to say something if you see these warning signs, but let's be clear, you have to say something to the right person or persons. Making some non-specific post on social media like this is in fact not helpful and is irresponsible. It creates a sense of unsubstantiated fear and can cause panic. If you post it, you're responsible for that communication. So please understand that if you post unsubstantiated, unproven, unconfirmed information not previously reported to the police or an administrator, which results in panic and/or disruption in our schools, well, that is not protected speech. These types of posts can even result in disciplinary action, including long-term suspension. So be sure to share your information in a responsible way. An equally dangerous issue is failing to report at all. The appropriate people you need to report to would be police, administrators, counselors, and for sure a parent or guardian. So if you have knowledge of a potential threat that is likely to result in serious bodily injury or possible death, the appropriate response is to report it to the appropriate person. Failure to do so can also result in school discipline, to include long-term suspension. Finally comes engagement, which is being involved, giving your best every day for a respectful, positive culture. This type of culture helps to reduce the possibility for violent behavior. When all people are respected, have a voice, and are connected to other people, there's a sense of belonging. So go out of your way to treat people with the same dignity and respect that you would want. Listen to people and connect in appropriate ways so that all of us feel part of the MPS family. One final thought. Please be careful that you don't get yourself in trouble because you act or speak without thinking. In this picture, there is person A, who really has the legitimate intent to do harm. And the truth is, we don't really know for sure what's going through this person's mind. Then there's person B. This person I think we can all relate to. Just like person B, we've all had days where we get angry or frustrated. We're a little depressed, fearful, or anxious. Sometimes when we feel that way, we may say things that sound threatening, but we really have no intention of doing harm. Here's the important thing to know. Notice how often person B will say things or act just like person A. When you make comments or act in a way that creates a concern for health or safety, we're forced to treat you just like person A, a person with intent to do harm. The result will mean suspension from school, legal problems, and having your life dramatically altered. So just be careful. Get to someone who can help you, someone you can safely work through those issues with, so those emotions don't result in a life-altering event. So remember, CARE stands for community, awareness, responsiveness, and engagement. Okay, so we've talked about this Moore Public Schools family. And we want you to know we take that idea very, very seriously. In fact, really, it's the main reason that we even had this difficult conversation today about these really tough issues. But we want you to know something that's very important. We don't view you as just students. You know, we view you as part of that family. And as part of that family, we just want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be able to write your own story and to be able to build your future safely and successfully.